Good morning. Thank you for being here today, this morning. My name is Laura Nanez, and I am a 22-year breast cancer survivor. I am a voice of hope for the American Cancer Society, and I am the Relay for Life of Webb County event lead. I would like to recognize my event leadership team who is here with me. Not everybody's here because most of them work, but those of us who are retired, we're here. So the ladies in lilac, would you stand? This is part of my ELT. And we have a very strong event leadership team that has worked diligently since June, to prepare for this event. I would like to thank the City of Laredo and the Mayor, Dr. Victor Trevino, for having this event, for hosting this event for us. Because, thank you. We are here, we are very excited to begin the 2025 Relay for Life of Webb County month. You know that our event is April the 25th, and it will be from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. at the SAC. And I know we have some representatives from United ISD who are here with us today also. Thank you, because they have always hosted our event. This year, we're very excited because 2025 marks 40 years of impact of the Relay for Life event. And if you're familiar with Relay for Life, Relay for Life is the main fundraiser for the American Cancer Society. And what we do is we raise funds for cancer research. The majority of our monies will go to cancer research. And like I said, today I stand here as a very grateful 22-year cancer survivor for the American Cancer Society, because through their funding of research, the medicine that I took to keep the cancer from reoccurring, was founded through this research. So our main focus is raising money for research, but we also raise money for other aspects of the American Cancer Society, and one is the Hope Lodge. If we have a patient who needs to travel out of town and they need to stay there several nights, that we have housing for them and a member of their family. And we just found out this past weekend that before, our closest Hope Lodge was in Houston, and now they just opened one up in San Antonio. So we're very excited about that. We hope that one day we can go and visit. But even though San Antonio did not have a Hope Lodge, the American Cancer Society has contracts with different hotels, and that's where they would house our patients that would travel. We also have the Cancer Network. This is the 1-800 number that is opened, is available for 24 hours. And patients can call with questions, with concerns, with anything that might be on their mind. And so we also ask all our survivors and all our patients to register with the American Cancer Society, and they can do that by calling the number 1-800-227-2345. We also fund a service that is called Road to Recovery, where if a patient needs to go to a treatment and they don't have transportation, they can always call the American Cancer Society, and someone will be provided, so they can take them to these treatments within the city. We do need a lot of volunteers for that. So if anyone is interested in volunteering to be part of the Road to Recovery, then you can sign up with the American Cancer Society. And also we have what is called the Reach to Recovery, and this is for breast cancer patients. If we have someone going through breast cancer, we will assign a breast cancer survivor to this person so that they can share their journey and know that they're not alone. Okay, and of course we also have our website, cancer.org, that is also available for patients. So this is where the money goes. This is usually the main question that we get as we have our event: where does the money go? And I know that in the past they ask, does this money go, do we give it to the community, right there and then? And the answer is no, we don't get that money directly, but indirectly we do. Okay, because I know there are several breast cancer survivors who have been taking this medicine that was funded. So, somehow it all comes back to our community. Now, if the American Cancer Society also has contracts with different foundations, and so, our patients benefit from these foundations too. Now, um, Relay for Life began back in 1985, so that's why we're celebrating 40 years. Um, it got started by a colon cancer specialist and colorectal surgeon, Dr. Gordy Klatt. And one day he had a vision that he wanted to help the American Cancer Society. So he decided to walk for 24 hours, and he told his friends, be sponsors, be my sponsors. And he was able to raise a lot of money for the American Cancer Society. So after that, he decided to ask the community to join forces, and that's how Relay for Life got started. He did a 24-hour marathon around the Tacoma track, and he sparked this global movement, uniting communities to fight back against cancer. And so ever since then, Relay for Life has transformed into a worldwide symbol of hope, remembrance, and collective determination, raising funds and awareness to support the American Cancer Society's mission, which is to create a world where cancer is no more, by saving lives through research, education, advocacy, and patient support. So, like I said, we're very excited to begin our Relay for Life 2025 month and our celebration of 40 years of impact. We have 25 days to go. Our countdown has begun, 25 days to go. And like I said, it's April 25th from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. at the SAC. So far, we have 41 teams registered, but we would like more, okay? Before COVID, we used to have 80 or more teams participating. After we came back from COVID, we were going at half. We had 40. Last year was at 60. So today, we're hoping that we can get more. There's still time to register. And we ask our community. I know that I was interviewed a while ago, and so I told the community there's still time to register. We have 396 registered participants, but we ask everyone that is participating to register. We have collected $36,857.65 as of right now. Our top team is Team Larcy, who is here today. These are the Laredo Area Retired School Employees Association. And then we have our top participant, and she happens to be our very own co-lead for Relay for Life, Erlinda Trevino. And I'm very excited to announce that as of right now, online, we have 72 survivors who have registered for Relay for Life, and they will also be treated to a dinner come April the 9th. At the firefighters' reception hall, and they, along with a guest, are invited. So if you know of any survivor who would like to attend the dinner, please invite them. It is being sponsored by Texas Community Bank and the Firefighters Union. So, like I said, we have 72 that have registered online, and then some others that have RSVP. Every year when we have Relay, our focus is survivors. We want to make sure that survivors feel that they're not alone, and so we have this dinner for them. And we also select survivors from our community who somehow, some way will serve as the voice and the face of Relay for Life. And what they do is they share their stories so that others will know that they're not alone, okay? And we do have our Ambassadors of Hope. It's a small poster. We didn't get to do a big one. But we have 8 survivors from our community who will be presented as our ambassadors of courage. So once again, I invite schools, clubs, organizations, businesses, and family and friends to form teams. They can be in honor of a survivor or in memory of a loved one. I want to thank Doctors Hospital, MC, and Dr. LMC, and Dr. Eduardo Miranda, he's my doctor, for helping us recruit survivors, along with the Laredo Chamber of Commerce, who is going to be helping us with that too. So once again, if you know survivors, have them register. Okay, So now we're here for a proclamation for Relay for Life, the 40 years of impact, and of course, that we're having it come April 25th. Thank you.
All right. Good morning, Dr. Victor Trevino, your mayor for the city of Laredo. Happy to be here to bring awareness and support the Relay of Life mission in our city. We need to beat cancer. And as a doctor for more than 40 years, I have seen devastation that cancer brings to the families. And in the past, there wasn't many treatment options and support of the most important things of prevention and early detection. Especially we should know that compared to other groups, Hispanic and Latino people have higher rates of dying from several kinds of cancer. Even more troubling is that Hispanic women have a higher rate of developing cervical cancer, and Hispanic women have the second highest rate of dying from cervical cancer right after non-Hispanic Black women. This is the reason why a medically underserved community like ours, and like Laredo, with very few doctors and even fewer oncologists, it's incredibly important to have involvement from the community and education on these issues. As part of this city, we have initiated a comprehensive monitoring air quality program through the health department because we know that the EPA findings of certain emissions in our community elevate the cancer risk. And the state has approved our request for follow-up with our own monitoring. I thank all the community and everybody that's involved and request as your mayor for more people to get involved. And because as many survivors of cancer have told me, it's the little acts of kindness and love and support that goes a long way when fighting cancer. And one day, we're going to beat cancer, but we have to do it together. And with that, we'll proceed with the proclamation. Office of the Mayor, City of Laredo, Texas, proclamation. Whereas, Relay for Life is a signature fundraising event for the American Cancer Society. Whereas, for 40 years, Relay for Life has united communities across the globe celebrating survivors, remembering loved ones lost, and taking action to fight back against cancer, making a powerful legacy of impact as we strive to end cancer as we know it. And this is for everyone. And whereas in Laredo and Webb County, Relay for Life brings together teams representing schools, businesses, agencies, clubs, organizations, church groups, and families and friends to support the cause through fundraising efforts. And whereas Relay for Life loved ones lost to this dreadful disease are remembered during this luminary ceremony, a moving ceremony, luminaries lit to represent a life touched and taken by cancer. Whereas at Relay for Life, we celebrate and honor our survivors as ambassadors of courage whose bravery and valor serve as an inspiration to others. Survivors and those facing a cancer diagnosis are also honored during luminaria ceremony. Luminarias are lit to symbolize hope, courage, and the commitment to fight against cancer for patients, survivors, caregivers. And whereas money raised during Relay for Life supports the American Cancer Society's mission of saving lives, celebrating lives, and leading the fight against cancer through groundbreaking research for all cancers and programs and services such as the Cancer Network, Hope Lodge, Road to Recovery, and Reach to Recovery. And whereas Relay for Life alone has helped provide more than $6.8 billion in patient support and cancer research. Whereas, on April 25th, 2025, Relay for Life event will be held at UISD Student Activity Complex from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. Our community is invited to form teams, make a donation, or become a sponsor to this worthwhile cause that has done so much for our community. Now, therefore, I, Dr. Victor Di Trevino, by the virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of Laredo, county of Webb, state of Texas, do hereby proclaim the week of April 21 to April 25th as Relay for Life 40 Years of Impact Celebration, and Friday, April 25th, as Wear Country Western Attire to commemorate this year's theme, Boot Scooting Boogie for a Cure.